It is totally avoidable. Like, this is totally unnecessary, like mass death is what we're talking about here. But he has to find a way to. So, like, essentially, what he says in this article is that all efforts by the Biden administration, public health officials, and celebrities to encourage people to get vaccinated are a massive attempt to use reverse psychology to kill as many Trump supporters as possible. And what I love about that is, like, that kind of literal reverse psychology is only used on and is effective on children exclusively.
Yeah.
That, I mean, like I was saying, like, I'm not saying reverse psychology is a real phenomenon, but that literal thing would just be like, oh, yeah, how about you don't eat your vegetables? Like, you know, like, so, I mean, let's see what he says here. In an article this month for Breitbart, the right-wing website formerly run by Steve Bannon, John Nolte argued that partisan gap in vaccination rates was part of a liberal plot. Liberals like Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Anthony Fauci, and Howard Stern, I like that Howard Stern is just thrown in there too, have tried so hard to persuade people to get vaccinated because they know that Republican voters will do the opposite of whatever they say. His argument is certainly bizarre, given that Democratic politicians have been imploring all Americans to get vaccinated, and many Republican politicians have not. But Nolte did offer a glimpse at a creeping political fear among some Republicans. Right now, a countless number of Trump supporters believe they are owning the left by refusing to take a life-saving vaccine, Nolte wrote. In a country where elections are decided on razor-thin margins, does it not benefit one side if their opponents simply drop dead?
I mean, it's flawless logic, and as a way to try to get these people to still be Breitbart readers in 2 months and not be fucking corpses, it's about as good as you can do with it. But you know, he has to have this frame of the resentment frame of, like, you're owning them by getting the vaccine. But he is pointing to a fundamental reality, which is, I don't think that these guys are doing this, that the libs and shit are trying to kill Trump supporters. They're trying to get this relatively over with so we can get back to making money and having people do all the bullshit jobs that they need to do all the time to keep this fucking rickety ass collection of Ponzi schemes called an economy going. But everything they do does get absorbed as the opposite. It is the "don't put salt in your eyes" sketch from Kids in the Hall.
Never put salt in your eyes. Put salt in your eyes. All